tell a quick story. Something that happened to my wife and I several months ago, and I thought it was interesting. Hope you all are doing well. We're watching TV in the living room. Suddenly, the light gets blotted out outside, and we start hearing this crazy noise that's just overwhelming the television. So I turn the TV down, and you can obviously hear it's birds. Like this giant murder of crows was over the top of our house. I mean, there had to be thousands of birds, thousands of them in a big vortex tornado flying around right out in the middle of the street. They were landing on all the trees and on top of the rooftops and the power lines and all that good stuff. And it was kind of like a scene from The Birds, Alfred Hitchcock movie. So I went out there to go see what the heck's going on. And there's this, one of the crows had fallen out of the sky and just landed smack dab in the middle of the street, busted his head open. And the birds were kind of diving down around him and stuff, and they were all screaming, and I thought, well, geez, I went over to check on him to see if there was anything I could do to, I don't know, help or something. Of course not, but it was obvious that he wasn't going to make it. His head was cracked open, and the strange thing is the light in his eyes was coming in and out. Like, it looked like electricity turning off and on in his light. I picked him up, and I thought, I'll get him out of the road and peacefully dispatch of him. But the most interesting thing happened. I could have left him there in the street, but honestly, I wanted to get back to my movie, and these birds are following us. But I go and I pick this thing up with a plastic bag, and I think, okay, I'll just help him go, because he was kind of kicking but coming in and out. And his body wasn't really moving, but his heart was still beating, and like I said, the electricity was coming off and on in his eyes. And so I take this bird and I put him in a bag, and I pull all the air out of the bag, and I'm thinking, just kind of let him take his last few breaths, and then I'll place him in the bin, and these birds, hopefully they'll move on. But what I didn't expect, I thought they would probably go, leave as soon as I picked the bird up and took him out of the street. But as I'm holding this bird, I'm standing there with my wife, and she's just in awe about how many birds are over the house, and how they're screaming. I tell her, I can feel his heartbeat, and it's getting a little slower, and he's not taking any breaths. And the very moment that this bird passed, I felt this last, his heart just stopped in my hands. Every single bird stopped chirping, and they just displaced. They all just kind of displaced, whatever, instantly. Now, I was out of the line of sight. I had taken that bird out of the street, and I was out underneath, I was underneath the eave of the house. So there's no way for them to see what was happening, really. But somehow all these thousands of birds knew the instant that bird was gone. And it's just an amazing connection that animals have, those birds have. It's incredible. It was kind of emotional, to be honest with you. It was. I wasn't expecting that, but there's something happening there that's pretty incredible. That they were able to sense that bird had passed simultaneously, almost of like a collective consciousness, and they all just silently flew away. Just thought I'd share that. It was an interesting story. I found it interesting. Hope you all are doing well. Peace. One love.